The boxing world and hip-hop community are both on fire. Tonight, after a bombshell revelation that could destroy reputations and end friendships for good, Claressa Shields, the undefeated boxing champion known for her knockout punches inside the ring and her unfiltered confidence outside of it, is at the center of a scandal so wild, so messy, that fans can barely believe it's real. For months, everyone thought Claressa and Papoose were secretly building a low-key romance behind the scenes, their chemistry spilling over in public appearances and private leaks. But now, according to explosive insider receipts, she allegedly had a fiancé the entire time, and Papoose wasn't the main man. He was just the side dude. The twist comes from leaked screenshots, voice notes, and what's being called the most awkward backstage footage of the year, all pointing to a double life that's been unfolding in plain sight. And it's not just fans reacting, industry insiders, other fighters, and hip-hop stars are already taking sides. But the craziest part, the alleged fiancé isn't just some random guy. He's someone who could flip this entire narrative upside down, and trust me, once you hear who it is, you'll understand why this secret couldn't stay buried forever. Before this shocking fiancé revelation, the Claressa Shields Papoose storyline was already one of the juiciest crossovers between boxing and hip-hop in recent memory. On one side, you had Claressa Shields, the GWOAT, a two-time Olympic gold medalist, undisputed middleweight champion, and a woman who has never been shy about calling out her rivals or flexing her victories. On the other, Papoose, the legendary New York rapper and devoted husband to Remy Ma, known for his loyalty, street credibility, and quiet Budley bars. For the longest time, these two existed in completely separate worlds. Then whispers started. It began with Claressa and Papoose being spotted at a charity gala in Detroit last year. At the time, Papoose brushed off rumors, saying they'd simply connected over mutual respect for each other's craft. But that was before the post-fight. Hugs started looking a little too comfortable. And before certain Instagram lives started going viral, fans noticed the subtle changes. Papoose showing up at more of Claressa's fights. Claressa suddenly tagging him in motivation posts. The pair exchanging flirty inside jokes on Twitter, often using boxing metaphors that seemed just a little too personal. Even Remy Ma's noticeably colder demeanor in interviews had people wondering if something was brewing behind the scenes. Then came the leaked screenshots circulated showing Papoose and Claressa talking about private training sessions and late-night strategy talks that definitely didn't sound like sparring. Memes exploded. Gossip channels labeled them the industry's most unexpected situationship. And while neither confirmed nor denied the rumors, their lack of outright denial spoke volumes. The narrative was set. Claressa Shields had allegedly stolen the heart of one of hip-hop's most loyal men. And somehow, she was winning that fight, too. But behind the scenes, something else was happening, something that changes the entire story. According to new insider claims, Claressa wasn't free to be dating anyone. She was already engaged, not just seeing someone casually engaged. Ring proposal, wedding plans, the whole thing. And if you believe the leaks, that engagement wasn't some distant, faded memory. It was ongoing the entire time she was supposedly entertaining Papoose, the alleged fiancé, a man with deep roots in Claressa's personal life and career, someone her inner circle knew well, and someone who now, apparently, feels like the biggest fool in the game, the most explosive part. This man really was her fiancé. It means Papoose, the king of loyalty, unknowingly stepped into the role of a side dude. And the internet is already imagining the chaos once he realizes it. And it's here. With the world just learning about this mysterious fiancé, that the first major twist of the story comes crashing in, thanks to a leaked voicemail that sounds like it could blow this scandal wide open. The leaked voicemail dropped like a nuclear bomb on the already messy Claressa Papoose rumors, posted by an anonymous account with the caption, "You ain't ready for this." It's a 48-second audio clip. allegedly features Claressa in what sounds like a heated phone argument. The voice, which insiders swear is hers, is sharp, emotional, and just the right amount of panicked voice. "I told you, I'll handle it." No, he doesn't know. "Why would I tell him about you when it's not even serious like that?" He in question. Fans immediately assumed it was Papoose. "And you?" The supposed fiancé. The clip continues with Claressa's voice lowering, almost whispering. "Voice, look, you need to chill. The wedding's not even set yet, and I'm not about to blow up my public image over some stupid gossip." That line alone sent Twitter into a meltdown. People started connecting dots. If she's talking about protecting her image, maybe this alleged engagement wasn't just personal. Maybe it had business or brand implications. But here's where the twist. It hits harder. The man on the other end of the voicemail. Multiple sources claim it's not just any fiancé. According to one boxing insider, he's an investor and silent partner in one of Claressa's major sponsorship deals. In other words, her personal life and professional career might have been tangled together in ways nobody saw coming. The timeline now looked a lot messier. While the world thought she and Papoose were just casually involved, she may have been keeping him in the dark while publicly flirting for clout, all while privately managing a relationship with someone who could make or break certain deals for her. As this voicemail blew up, fans started revisiting every clip of Claressa and Papoose together. One video from a post-fight celebration showed Claressa quickly stepping away from him when a certain man entered the room. A man who matches the vague descriptions floating around of the mysterious fiancé. Even wilder. That same man was reportedly spotted in VIP seating at a recent fight, sitting with Claressa's family. That means the two worlds, the fiancé and Papoose, may have unknowingly crossed paths in public more than once. The leaked voicemail also sparked outrage from Papoose supporters. Many flooded comment sections with lines like, "Pap doesn't deserve this. Loyalty ain't a one-way street. Oh, she played him like a side character in her own movie. This is worse than any diss track he's ever dropped on someone." Hip-hop world took notice too. Several rappers started throwing subliminals on social media about boxers who can't keep their corners clean. While one even joked in a freestyle, "How you got gold medals, but still two-timing like a rookie. But just when the internet thought it had the full picture, another piece of the puzzle surfaced. A series of text messages allegedly between Claressa and her fiancé that hinted at something far more calculated than anyone imagined. And if those texts are real, it means this whole love triangle might have been part of a bigger game all along. The texts were short, sharp, and absolutely damning. Screenshots posted by the same anonymous account that leaked the voicemail showed what appears to be a conversation between Claressa and her alleged fiancé, the man now at the center of this entire mess. His name was blurred out, but the tone, unmistakably intimate. "Fiancé Paps still talking about you in interviews. He really thinks this is real. Claressa, let him. The hype is good for both of us, fiancé and us. Claressa, we're solid. This is just business." Is that one line? This is just business. Hit the internet like a heavyweight uppercut. It's true. It meant that all those public flirtations with Papoose weren't about love, weren't about passion. They were a calculated PR move. The theory forming online was explosive. Claressa could have been using her proximity to Papoose, a hip-hop icon with built-in media buzz, to stay in the headlines and cross over into new markets, all while keeping her engagement under wraps to protect the brand-friendly image tied to her sponsorship deals. And if that wasn't already enough to set timelines on fire, the next set of texts revealed something colder. "Fiancé, you not worried about him finding out, Claressa? If he does, he'll be mad for a while. But he's loyal to Remy first, not me. He won't blow it up publicly." That message turned the whole conversation sideways. Not only did it imply Claressa believed Papoose would never risk damaging his own marriage by going public, It also painted him as a pawn in a much bigger chess game. The reaction was instant. Fans of Papoose flooded Twitter with outrage, tagging him in every post about the leak. "She played you," King trended for hours. Meanwhile, boxing analysts were split. Some condemned Claressa for mixing personal drama with her career. Others defended her as a savvy operator playing a media game to her advantage. But there was another reveal buried in these leaks. In one of the messages, the fiancé mentioned an upcoming fight, writing, "Fiancé, after the next title defense, we can make it official." That one sentence suggests Claressa had a timeline. Keep up the Papoose storyline until after her next big match. Then make it official with the fiancé. Now the big question, was this about securing one last media boom before going public with the engagement? Or was it about keeping Papoose on the hook long enough to distract from something even bigger? The whispers got louder when a small but very credible boxing podcast claimed they had inside info that this fiancé sentee just an investor. He's connected to a promotional company that's been in quiet negotiations for a documentary about Claressa's career. If that's true, her whole love life may have been another layer of brand positioning, designed to feed into a narrative she could sell later. And if this was a game, it was one with stakes higher than anyone realized, because now Papoose himself might have caught wind of the truth. According to one insider close to his circle, Pap isn't mad about the relationship, he's mad about the humiliation. And if that's accurate, it means a man famous for staying out of public drama might finally be ready to go all in by the next morning. Both the hip-hop and boxing worlds had gone into complete meltdown Twitter. Instagram and TikTok were drowning in reaction videos. Some were screaming for Claressa's head, others were applauding her as a queen of the long game. And the split between the two camps was vicious. On one side, Papoose's loyal fan base was furious. The hashtag #ProtectPap began trending, with thousands of fans posting clips of his most heartfelt verses about loyalty and love. Under every post about Claressa, comments poured in like, "You don't play with a man like Papoose. Ever. This is the most disrespectful move in industry relationship history. Remy, better pull him away from this mess before it gets worse." Meanwhile, Claressa's supporters, especially those in the boxing community, framed her as a master strategist. They pointed out that boxing is a cutthroat business and argued that if she leveraged a media storyline to stay relevant, it was no different than what promoters and networks do every day. If she's playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers, that's on them. She's not the first to use hype. She's just the best at it. Celebrities started weighing in too. One female rapper, known for her brutal honesty, went live on IG and said, "If Pap was really just a pawn, that's cold. But I can't even lie. It's kinda genius." The sports media industry smelled blood. Major boxing podcasts dedicated emergency episodes to dissecting every leaked text and voicemail. ESPN boxing analysts debated whether Claressa's personal drama could damage her marketability with sponsors. Some claimed brands might love the attention. Others argued they'd drop her to avoid messy headlines. And then there was Remy. She hadn't said a single word publicly, till a shady repost hit her Instagram story. It was a meme of a chessboard with the caption, "Play the queen wrong and she'll take your king." The internet lost its mind trying to interpret. Was she talking about Claressa Papoose herself? In boxing gyms, the story was all anyone talked about. Sparring partners and trainers swapped theories like they were trading fight predictions. Some insiders even claimed the alleged fiancé had started pulling back from public appearances, leading to speculation that the leaks had scared him into laying low. But the wildest moment of the day came when a major hip-hop radio station teased that they had exclusive audio of Papoose reacting to the news and that he didn't hold back. The exclusive audio teaser had the internet holding its breath. When the radio station finally played the clip, it wasn't the angry, profanity-filled rant fans expected. from a man allegedly humiliated on a global stage. Instead, Papoose's voice was calm, almost too calm. Papose. Y'all think you know the whole story. You don't. Some of y'all gone feel real stupid when the truth comes out. That one sentence sent listeners spiraling into chaos. Was he implying that Claressa wasn't the only one playing a game? That maybe he was never emotionally invested in the first place? Or worse, that he and Claressa were in on this together? The theory spread fast. Maybe this wasn't betrayal at all, but a calculated partnership between the two to dominate headlines, cross-promote brands, and stir controversy before Claressa's next big fight and Papoose's upcoming music release. If true, that would mean the alleged fiancé wasn't just blindsided, he was being used as the ultimate plot twist in a storyline designed for maximum media traction. But before fans could settle on a theory, another leak hit. This one, even messier. A grainy, dimly lit video, allegedly recorded at a private after-party weeks ago, showed Claressa and Papoose standing close in a corner, speaking in low voices. At one point, Claressa leans in and says something that a lip-reading expert on TikTok claimed was, "We're almost there. Just keep it going." If the video is authentic, it suggests they've been orchestrating this narrative together, right under everyone's noses. The fiancé has yet to respond publicly, but an anonymous source close to him told a gossip outlet that he's not backing down and that more receipts are coming. That's true, the next drop could either clear Claressa completely or blow her entire career apart. Either way, one thing is certain. This fight isn't happening in the ring, but it might still have the biggest knockout of her life. So here we are, voicemails, texts, videos, and now an exclusive statement from Papoose that flips the entire narrative on its head. Is Claressa Shields a master manipulator who kept a fiancé in the shadows while stringing Papoose along? Or are Claressa and Pap both playing a high-stakes publicity game that's about to hit its final round? We still don't know the fiancé's full side of the story, but if that anonymous source is telling the truth and more receipts are coming, then this is far from over. And remember, in the fight game and in the music industry, the truth isn't always what it looks like on the surface. Now I need to hear from you. Drop your theories in the comments. Was Papoose genuinely blindsided and used as a side dude? Or was he in on it from day one, helping Claressa build the perfect media storm? And if the fiancé finally speaks, will he expose Claressa or confirm that he was the real pawn all along? Hit that like button if you're hooked on this drama. Make sure you're subscribed so you're first to hear when the next leak drops, and turn on notifications because I promise you, the next twist could make everything you've heard so far look small. There's talk of a private phone call between the fiancé and Papoose that might surface any day now. And if that gets out, it could decide who's really been playing who. Stay tuned because this story is nowhere near its final bell.